Fury, we gotta be very careful now.
Kingsley, hello, sir. How are you today? Genuinely, how are you doing? The world is a mess at the best of times. So how are you?
I'm chilling. Got my coffee here, got my vape, had some lunch, feeling chill.
Good.
How you doing?
Well, so what has the experience been like for you, right? Because you're joining this franchise that is how many years behind it at this point? It is a well-oiled machine. You've got people like Samuel L. Jackson, who's been playing his character for 15 years. What is it like coming into that as a fresh face, as someone who is kind of new to the fold? I mean, what was that experience for you?
It really at the time didn't feel like that it was the MCU that we were creating this story within or under.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of disappeared after your agents call you and say it's the secret invasion that Marvel are doing, and all the conversations just became about the process and the process and the story and trying to bring the story to life in the best way possible. The story evolved and changed as we got closer and throughout, and rewriting and adjusting bits here and there and tweaking things to just strengthen it and make sure that it stayed within the world of a dark espionage thriller, and to try and create something that Marvel haven't done before in a new way, in a new set, and more grounded, all of that stuff. That's really
Right.
what it came about. And then Gravik was like, how do we build a character who supports that in the best way possible? Like, who does he have to be? What were his experiences leading up to the point where we meet him at the start? Like, just having, intelligent conversations about keeping it real, keeping it truthful.
Absolutely. Well, so let's talk about kind of finding Gravik, right? Because something you said earlier today in the press conference was that you wanted to make him kind of just like as unsentimental as possible. And you really feel that when you see him. Like, I'm terrified of him, just that kind of like dead in the face. Like he really is this menacing kind of character. How do you tap into that? Because obviously as an actor, your job is maybe to find the humanity in a character, maybe to find some sympathy, which obviously there is some, but how do you, as Kingsley, how did you find that kind of like really scary side of him?
Well, I think there's the understanding of why he's behaving the way that he is that comes through the exposition or the storytelling later on, or like comes out more, or more is revealed as we go along, was one thing. But I think in order for him to be a satisfying villain, or a villain that holds the appropriate tension, to really create someone who Fury has to come up against in a real way. And thematically speaking, the show is trying to tap into trust. Who can you trust? Like, who's who, what's what, that kind of confusion. For me, I was like, well, on the subject of trust, really, what would happen if Gravik is a guy at this point who trusts no one, and consequently feels no love for anyone or anything, and that we're meeting him at a point where the feeling of being let down time and time again by leaders or people in charge has like hit a breaking point, and now he's like, I trust me and just me. And
oh man, emotionally, that's got to be like, I imagining doing that on a day in and day out basis. That had to be emotionally draining, but it was well done, sir. I mean, truly, it's a great performance. I mean, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I'm a pretty good judge, I think. I toot my own horn for a second.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Like,
good.
Like it was stimulating to try and keep him on a track that was consistent.